Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources, break them down, and basically give you the essential insights you need. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the life and I think indispensable career of Lee Weaver, a true veteran character actor who passed away recently at 95. Our mission here isn't just an obituary, it's really to understand the craft of character acting through his work. Why these actors are, well, the unsung heroes of storytelling.
That's a great way to put it, because when you look at the sources on Weaver, you see a career that wasn't really about grabbing headlines, was it? It was about utility. The sources describe him perfectly, I think. One of those actors whose face you instantly recognize, even if his name wasn't always in lights. He just had this way of grounding any scene he was in. And, mastering that takes incredible dedication, more than people often realize.
Absolutely. And the basics, born April 10th, 1930, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. His career spanned, well, decades, which means he had to adapt, right? Across huge shifts in Hollywood, from, say, early network TV all the way to really stylized films in the 2000s. Longevity like that.
Yeah.
It's not just luck, it's pure commitment.
And that longevity, that's really the foundation for character actors, isn't it? It often starts with mastering the grind of weekly television, which is where Weaver really started building that consistency that made him so valuable.
Okay, let's unpack that idea. Consistency. Because television, that was his proving ground, yeah. It wasn't always glamorous work, maybe, but it demanded incredible efficiency, reliability. He had to nail it fast in 70s, 80s TV, often not much rehearsal time.
Precisely. Not like film where you might spend all day on one scene. TV back then especially, it was about volume, momentum. And Weaver showed both commitment over the long haul and immediate range. You see it in roles like Brian Kincaid on The Bill Cosby Show, 7 episodes, right?
Yeah, 7 episodes.
And also Ricardo Williams on Easy Street. Those recurring roles show that trust.
7 episodes on a huge hit like Cosby. That gives you massive visibility, even if you're not the star.
Huh.
But tell us more about what these kinds of roles actually do for a show. What's the scaffolding they provide?
Well, if we connect it to the bigger picture, the character actor brings the realism, the connective tissue. Weaver often played, authority figures, neighbors, colleagues, the people who make the world feel real around the main characters. The sources say his consistent TV work helped pave the way for more diverse and meaningful character roles. And that happens because he proved that these roles, which often have to deliver exposition or set up emotions, could be handled by a reliable pro, someone who wouldn't, steal the scene, but would just deliver what was needed efficiently.
It's the art of being noticed, but not distracting from the main story, making it look effortless.
Exactly. And mastering that efficient delivery, the timing, the tone, making dialogue sound natural, even when it's pure plot, that's what let him pivot so well to film.
Right, that transition from being this reliable TV presence to creating these unforgettable moments in cinema. That shows a whole other level of craft. TE gave him steady work, sure, but film let him deliver these really distinct performances, like lightning in a bottle sometimes. And the big one, the one everyone brings up, has to be the Blind Seer in the Coen Brothers' Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Why?
That film came out in 2000. Pretty late in his career, actually, but it might be his most iconic image.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because think about the huge tonal shift that role needed. The sources call it a small but memorable performance that added mystery and charm, leaving a lasting impression. Okay, sure, but technically, that's difficult stuff. Coen Brothers' dialogue is so stylized, it's almost theatrical, very heightened, not the naturalism of a sitcom.
Oh, yeah, it's almost biblical, cryptic, like poetry.
Exactly. So you need an actor who can ground that language, deliver those prophecies about the cattle, the future, all that with total deadpan conviction. And he's doing it while being physically contained, a blind man on a handcar, not even a rowboat, sorry. He had to switch gears completely from maybe doing multiple TV scenes a day to mastering the single high-stakes, complex scene that people would quote forever. That ability to just calibrate perfectly to what the director needs, that's why he was so respected.
And working with A-listers, like George Clooney in that film, that says a lot about his professionalism, doesn't it?
It really does. It proves, as the sources say, his talent was highly respected in Hollywood. And it wasn't just a one-off. You see him working with big comedy names, too, like Steve Carell. It just shows that directors knew, okay, we can put Lee Weaver in here, whether it's literary Coen Brothers stuff or modern comedy, and he'll nail it. He'll elevate it without overshadowing the star. He was that professional anchor.
And he didn't just stick to live action, did he? We need to talk about his versatility, because he went beyond the camera, into the recording booth. He really was versatile, lending his voice to animation. People might remember him as Alpine in the classic G.I. Joe series. So now we're looking at someone who mastered, naturalism for TV, highly stylized film performance, and the pure vocal discipline needed for 80s cartoons. That's quite a range.
It really raises a question, doesn't it? What kind of skill set do you need to master three fundamentally different mediums like that? They're
Yeah.
just different challenges. Film relies so much on the face, the close-up, tiny expressions. TV needs that endurance, that quick emotional access. But voice work, you have to convey everything, emotion, action, environment, just with your voice.
Right. No leaning on a costume or a look. It's all got to be in the sound.
Precisely. For Alpine in G.I. Joe, he's playing this action archetype, a mountain climber, a trooper. That needs higher energy, vocally, really clear diction, projecting this immediate personality with just sound. Now, compare that kind of high-energy delivery to the quiet, almost eerie rhythm he used for the Blind Seer. It just shows incredible technical control. He understood the discipline changes completely when you take the camera away. The sources nail it, I think, when they conclude he could transform any scene he was in, whether it was comedy, drama, or adventure.
He transformed it because he knew exactly what that specific medium, that specific scene needed from him. His presence elevated every project because he brought that same level of preparation and understanding every single time. Didn't matter if it was a big budget film or a small TV role.
Yeah, his career path really shows that the most successful, long-lasting character actors aren't just good at one thing. They're technically brilliant across different disciplines. They become those indispensable utility players, the ones you call when you absolutely need the role handled perfectly, whether it's one line on a sitcom or, well, a cryptic prophecy in an Oscar-nominated film.
So wrapping this up,
Yep.
what does it all mean? Lee Weaver passing at 95, it does feel like the end of an era for a certain generation of actors, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The ones who really cut their teeth on the demands of early TV. His legacy isn't about being the star. It's about the depth, the richness he brought to every single supporting role. He's remembered, like the sources say, for his dedication, that smile, the energy he brought.
Absolutely. Character actors like Lee Weaver, they're just fundamental. They're the grounding element. They make fictional worlds feel real, give them texture. They convince you the world exists beyond the main character's viewpoint, his life, his work. It's just a powerful testament to consistency, talent, and passion in the arts. It proves that real success, lasting success in this industry, can come from just being the most reliable, skilled person in the room, year after year after year.
And we wanted to leave you with this final thought, something from the source material that really stood out. Weaver's career is this potent reminder that in any story, could be a Coen Brothers film, could be your own life. The richness of it all really depends on acknowledging that every role, no matter how small, matters.
Yeah.
Maybe go back and watch some of these. Check out The Blind Seer and Oh Brother, that really eerie, deliberate performance. Then maybe find an old clip from The Bill Cosby Show. See the difference. Think about the skill needed to nail both ends of that spectrum. It's quite something. Thanks for diving deep with us.